So, good evening from Helsinki, and it is lovely to be introduced. Thank you, Marcus, and thank you to Christian for inviting me to share with you some insights about our pilot project that explores the possibilities of the intersection of art museums, blockchain technology, and creative communities, and why this feels a little bit like going back to square one, but in a very good way. I am the director of the digital Finnish National Gallery, Johanna Eiramo. Now, the Finnish National Gallery's history dates back to the founding of the Finnish Art Society in 1846. And at that time, there was no formal art education systems or museums in Finland. And in 1848, the Art Society established a drawing school to support the talent of artists. And to further support the work, Art Society acquired some artworks to work as model works for the students. Ateneum Art Museum, the building in this picture, was built in 1887, and it housed both the drawing school and its art collection, along with the School of Crafts and Design. And exhibition spaces were reserved for both schools on opposite ends of the building. And exhibition spaces were opened to the public a year later. In the following years, the number of annual visitors settled at approximately 12,000. And this information comes to us from Dr. Susanna Pettersson's research into the development of the art collection that is now the collection kept by the Finnish National Gallery. Fast forward to 2023, what started as a single museum building has transformed into the Finnish National Gallery, in keeping approximately 60,000 artworks and related archival materials, showing art exhibitions in 3 museum buildings: Ateneum Art Museum, the Museum of Contemporary Art Kiasma, and Sinebrukov Art Museum. The 3 museums combined reached an all-time visitor number, highest visitor number in 23. 926,000 art lovers enjoyed the art and art history of our very excellent colleagues who successfully exhibited our artworks. And it is quite wonderful to note that the same success applies to several museums in Finland and across Europe as well, which speaks to the relevance of museums and their programs, now probably more than ever. Our museums are, quite obviously, open to everyone. But data shows us that our visitor base is still quite local. We are a national institution, but we are bound by geography. We have a wonderful and a plentiful collection with interesting archival materials, yet last year's fantastic visitor numbers were achieved with less than 2% of our artworks. We acquire 300 to 500 new pieces of art every year, but when will they be shown? This question has no answer. And with this in mind, we started wondering if there was something we could do to take geography out of the equation and to increase the number of artworks that can be studied and shown to the public. Digital is quite obviously the answer, and while it does not require architectural competitions or specific air quality monitoring, digital is not a solution that is either quick or cheap. It used to be, but it's not anymore. It is, however, a solution that will make our national collection more accessible with a fraction of the carbon footprint compared to any physical option that we might be considering, which we aren't. The Digital Finnish National Gallery program started in June 22, and with the aim of piloting and learning about the new ways to use our collection and archival materials in digital-only format. I lead this exciting program with an energetic group of 7 professionals, and so far we have piloted with 360-degree online exhibitions and online tours to those exhibitions. We have an exhibition space in Decentraland, which is a blockchain-based virtual world where visitors can choose between 5 different themes of artworks that they want to see. We have launched a series of 15 to 20-minute art trips, which are pay-per-view video essays about art, artists, and topics rising from our collection. We have launched a VR exhibition, The World of Hugo Simberi, which can be enjoyed on MetaQuest 2 and 3 goggles. There's also a browser-based version available on digimuseo.fi. The rights to this VR exhibition have already been and have also been bought by Poco Museum in Tallinn for a 4-month period, so it is available there as well. And then this past December, we joined forces with the Finnish Broadcasting Company to create an Independence Day party in the virtual world Roblox. It is a space mostly used by children and young teenagers to create and to collaborate. So in this during this 3-hour party, there was lots of entertainment, and we created a seek and collect game. 10 artworks were missing from a room, and they were hidden in other parts of the presidential palace and the surroundings. And in those 3 hours, 85,000 visitors visited the party, and over 5,500 of those visitors found all of the 10 artworks. And I can tell you, I was not one of them. I did not find them in 3 hours, but it was quite a rush, a very different way of approaching art. But in a very distinctly different project from the exciting ones that I just mentioned is launching the Web3 native platform Alusta.art. And by Web3, we mean using a decentralized technological platform that enables owning the content you add to the platform, which is unlike, for instance, any of the social media platforms we use on a daily basis. Alusta is where we're going back to square one. The name Alusta is a pun, which we have intended. It means both platform in Finnish, but it also means to begin from the start. Our team has built a low-threshold, low-cost platform for people to publish and share their creative content on chain. And this chain is the Ethereum blockchain. This is what the front page looks like today. You can visit it with any computer or mobile phone. You can see creative content uploaded by the people who made them. And the different media formats include images, videos, 3D, and audio. What we wanted to create with this space is, we wanted to create a space that encourages people to make creative content, to publish it on site, and for others to support it by collecting it. We also wanted to encourage experimentation, enable diverse forms of expression, and to help people come together to share, learn, and make creative digital content together as well. So in short, we wanted to create a public good, a set of tools that can be used for free by anyone. You can collect and support the content creators by logging on with your crypto wallet to the platform and adding that content to the content that you choose on your wallet. You will get an immutable proof of ownership that anyone can check via platforms like Etherscan. The creator of the content can decide for themselves if the piece is a single version, a series with a fixed number of copies, or an open series. The content can be published so that content is free or that it has a price for purchase. It is important to notice that 100% of the price of the purchase goes to the creator. So here you can see a piece by Sakke Soini. He's a Finnish artist. You can see, excuse me. Ooh, sorry. You can see that it has been collected 16 times. There are 10 more days time to collect his video piece. It is an MP4 format. It is 38.1 megabytes heavy. And if you wanted to collect it, it would be free of charge, and you would have to pay 0.0077 ETH as price for the collection itself. Since November 23, 103 content creators have uploaded their content Some are single pieces, but there are also 28 collections on Alusta. 76 pieces have been minted. Now, if you think that we are in this for the money, you would be wrong. We are in this to learn and to learn together with the creative communities who want to share this learning experience. If the content is shared for free, as was the case with Sakke Soini, the publisher, meaning Sakke, would get 60% of the protocol reward, which is 1.3 euros. Alusta, meaning our Finnish National Gallery, gets 20% of that 1.3 euros, and Zora, the protocol owner, gets 20%. And if the content has a purchase price, the publisher, Sakke Soini, would get 100% of that purchase price, but he would then also get 15% of the protocol reward. Alusta would get 50% of the protocol reward, and Zora gets 30%. We specifically wanted to make this platform a low cost, so experimenting would not be a cost issue. Yet if price is given to the creative content, then the creator gets all of that money. And now, of course, it's interesting to wonder why. Why would the Digital National Gallery create such a platform? As you might recall, this picture you saw at the very beginning of my presentation. It is from the model drawing class of the Finnish Art Association. It goes back to 1889 or 1898, and it is from Ateneum Art Museum. A decade earlier, there had been no formal education in Finland, art education in Finland, but the Art Association decided that this should change. So in 2022, there was no blockchain-based platforms owned or run by Finnish organizations or companies for creative people to try out what this new technology might mean for the digital creative content. The idea behind Alusta.art was to make this possible, but also to share ideas and information on a separate Discord channel. And yes, anyone can mint their content on any of the other bigger platforms like OpenSea.io, but it is a very vast space and it costs somewhat more. So if you want to try something new, how much are you willing to put money into it? We wanted to launch something that doesn't require an investment from the content creator side, but can also reward them with actual money if they decide to mint for a price. The community of digital content creators is global, and we want to actively promote collaboration across various disciplines and encourage exchange of knowledge. We hope to empower individuals with the essential tools and resources needed to collectively adopt and thrive in a super swiftly evolving digital landscape. In this way, the Finnish National Gallery is returning to its roots in supporting the creative community around us, just like the drawing school and the School of Crafts and Design did at the end of the 19th century. We don't think that making money is #1 priority. Web3 is still a very nascent technology, and just how it will evolve is yet to be seen. We do believe, however, that Web3 is here to stay, with pilots run by major global companies such as credit company Visa, which is piloting a loyalty program on blockchain technology. The European Union is also taking important steps to stand in and call for regulation and transparency for these future technological advances. So we want to learn the basics now, so when we are ready to take the following steps with lessons learned and knowledge gained from pilots like Alusta. So now you know a little bit more about Alusta.art, which was launched on the 28th of November in 2023, so 2 months ago. It is funded by Next Generation European Union Economic Recovery Package. And in a few weeks, we will launch our first big Web3 event, an open call competition for generative art that is based on our CC0 licensed artworks, archive materials, and related metadata from our national art collections. And just like Alusta, the competition is born global. anyone with the curiosity to take a deep dive into our collections, and with either the knowledge or a friend with the knowledge on how to create a generative algorithm can submit their artwork. We want to underscore that our art collection is our art collection. It belongs to us all, and CC0 images can be used by us all. So thank you for this, and I'm happy to take questions if people have those to me.